Power My Analytics offers a MySQL export feature that makes it easy to export your report's data into tables of a MySQL database. This allows you to choose where you host your data exports, run your own SQL queries on your data, and integrate your data with other applications using SQL. In this video, we'll show you how to set up your MySQL data destination and export your report's data with an initial backfill of historical data followed by rolling updates. Let's get started. Before you set up the MySQL export, make sure you have an enterprise plan with PMA. If you're currently not on the enterprise plan, you can start your 14-day free trial at powermyanalytics.com with no credit card needed. To use MySQL exports, you need a MySQL server with at least one database, and you'll need the address of your server and the credentials to log in. If you don't have a MySQL server yet, you can set up a cloud MySQL instance using Google Cloud. For detailed instructions on creating cloud MySQL instance and setting up your MySQL database, go to support.powermyanalytics.com. Depending on your server settings, you may need to configure your MySQL server to authorize access from Power My Analytics IP addresses. Make sure these IP addresses are allowed to connect to your server. Once you have your MySQL credentials, you're ready to set up your export. The first step is to backfill your historical data to your MySQL server. You can backfill data up to 2 years for most PMA data sources. First, go to your PMA hub at hub.powermyanalytics.com. If you haven't already set up a report that you want to export, follow the instructions in our video on how to use PMA's Data Explorer. Once your report is ready, go to your report in Data Explorer and click on the pencil icon to edit your report. Go to Date Range and set the date range to the entire range of the data that you want to export. To backfill your data from a specific start date up to yesterday, choose Custom Start to Date and enter a start date, then click Set Range. Then click Save to save your report settings. Next, click on MySQL in the left sidebar under Exports and then click the Create Export button. For destination, select MySQL. Click on the blue plus sign to add your MySQL server as a destination. Under Type, select MySQL. Next, enter your MySQL server hostname, port, your username, and password. Finally, enter a nickname to use for your MySQL server. Then click the Connect button. Now you may need to refresh your page, but under the destination dropdown, choose the MySQL server that you just set up. Next, under Database, enter a name of the database you want to use for your MySQL server. For each MySQL export, a table will be created in your database with the same name as your data export report, but any spaces will be replaced by underscored characters. Then click Next for Report or Report Group. Choose whether if you want to report a single Data Explorer report or a group of reports. Under Report, choose the Data Explorer report that you want to export, then click Next. Under Schedule, choose the frequency you want your data export to run. Since this export is being used for the initial backfill right now, the export will run manually in the next step. So this can be set to monthly on any day and hour. Finally, click the Add button. Your new export will appear under Exports on the MySQL export page. Find your export and click the Play button to run the export now. When the three dots change back to the play button icon, the export has finished running. You can confirm the export was successful by clicking on the paper icon to view the export logs. Now that your historical data has been backfilled into your MySQL export, it's time to set up a rolling update that will automatically keep your MySQL server up to date with your report's latest data. To configure your rolling update, go to Data Explorer and then find your report and then click on the pencil icon to edit your report. Go to Date Range and then choose a rolling window for the updates to your report, such as yesterday, last 7 days, or last 30 days. For example, a range of 30 days can be an ideal choice for e-commerce to settle orders that are later returned. Then click Set Range and then click Save. Then go back to MySQL under Exports, then find your export and then click on the pencil icon to edit the export. Go to Schedule and choose how frequently you want your data export to run, monthly, weekly, daily, or hourly. Choose the day and hour at the time that you want your report to run. Remember, make sure your report's date range in the Data Explorer is at least as long as the scheduled refresh period in BigQuery. If you don't, this could cause data to be missing from your export. For example, if your report's date range is 1 week, but your export refreshes monthly, your export won't include any of the month's data from before the last week of the month. When you're finished, click on the Update button, and your export will now automatically run at the scheduled time, and the MySQL table for your report will continue to be populated up to the most recent data. With PMA's MySQL feature, it's a breeze to load up your report's data on the SQL server of your choice. You can get started by exporting MySQL today with a 14-day free trial at powermyanalytics.com. And if you have any other questions, just go to our support portal at support.powermyanalytics.com, and we'll catch you next time.